to question number 7. All right, so just like in question number 6, I talked about grouping as a way to find the factors of higher degree polynomials. The other way you can do it is by long dividing. So long dividing, you kind of, in a way, guess what the factor is, and then you use long dividing to prove that that factor is, in fact, a factor of the higher degree polynomial. And this is what we call polynomial long division. And it's similar like long division, except you're using variables and numbers instead of just numbers. So I'll take us through this now. Okay, so we have x cubed plus x squared minus x minus 1 divided by x minus 1. Okay, so x minus 1, we have a huge bracket here, and we put everything. We put the higher degree polynomial into here. Okay, so this is what we're dividing, right? So we can see here that we have two terms. We have a variable, a 1 degree variable, and a number here. So we kind of want to get rid of, we want to kind of match this factor to these two first factors, or these two terms, right? So how will we do that? Well, we can multiply this factor by x squared, right? So if you multiply this by x squared times x is x cubed, and x squared times minus 1 is negative x squared, okay? So now we're going to subtract these terms together. We get 0, and negative is positive, so we get 2x squared, okay? We move down this next term, negative x. So how am I going to match 2x squared minus x with x minus 1? We can say plus x. So we're going to multiply this factor by x, and we get, oh sorry, we should do 2x, sorry. Okay, let me write that again. 2x. So we get 2x squared because 2x times x is 2x squared minus 2x. We subtract that together and we get x. Bring down the last term, which is minus 1. And how are we going to match this? We can, well, we just times it by 1. Right? So if we times it by 1, it's 1 times x is x, 1 times negative 1 is negative 1. And we subtract those and we get 0. So now we divided it, and the answer is x squared plus 2x plus 1. So that's how you long divide. You want to take this factor, multiply it by another variable, and try to decrease, I guess, the amount of terms in this polynomial. And the bonus is, if your remainder is 0, if you have no remainder for your long division, then you know that this divisor is a factor of your higher degree polynomial. So looking at the Junior Tutor solution here, they go into detail of how to long divide and the reasoning behind it. So you want to divide the leading term of the dividend by the leading term of the divisor, right? So you want to keep doing that until you have no remainder, or you do have a remainder. If you do have a remainder, that means your factor, your divisor, is not actually a factor. So they show the whole process here. So they use x squared plus 2x plus 1 to have no remainder. And therefore, this is the product, or this is the answer from the long division. So this solution is correct. This is a correct and detailed solution. Okay, cool. Let's move on to question